Hi everyone, so it's Ray here, and this is the making of. Now, in these videos, what I want to do is give you a behind the scenes look at how I actually go about creating a song, so you can get, just insight into how I'm doing things. And in this video in particular, I'm going to talk about this new song that I'm working on called Constellations. And that's the working title. I think by the end of it, I'll have like the definite title, but I'm calling it Constellations right now. And throughout this video, I'll cover what the song is about. We'll go through the lyrics a little bit, and then we'll go through the beat. I'll let you listen to the beat that I have for it, and then we'll just talk about what I'll do next. So first, let's talk about the song itself. Now, it's called Constellations, and the idea behind the song is thinking about, wanting to be a star. Like, everybody wants to be a star. Like, that's a big thing. And in this song, I'm saying, like, being a star is cool, but you should really want to be a constellation, right? You want to be a collection of stars that people will look at and point to follow, like, to use as a navigational tool to get through to where they want to go. You know what I mean? So people look at the constellations throughout the ages and say, like, wow, like that is the thing that's gonna get me to where I want to go. These constellations, whatever we name them as, like, those people were so significant that we put them in the sky. And I thought, like, I heard this idea from somewhere else. I'm not going to even claim that I came up with the idea itself about constellations and wanting to follow it, but I thought it was so powerful that it needs to have, like, some type of song come out of it. So that's the idea behind the song, and how it actually plays out is a little bit different from the idea in and of itself. Or to be more clear, like, the seed of the idea, grew into a crazy looking tree or something like that. And I guess you'll hear it, and I'll go through some of the lyrics, but to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, like, the way I interpret that, as far as, like, becoming that constellation, you have to almost shed your, you have to go above and beyond, like, what you normally do. You have to stand out. You have to be different. You can't be like everyone else and be a constellation, because being like everyone else is the definition of mediocrity, being average, etc. Right? So, like, to be a constellation, to be that standout figure that would span throughout time, throughout history, you can't be like everyone else. You have to be different, and being different causes static, and it causes rifts, and people will start to look at you and, like, yo, you're being different. Why are you being different? And you gotta kind of look at those people and just say, like, I'm going to be a constellation, and I don't want you to hold me back. So I'm going to be in the sky. If you want to join me, that's cool. You're more than welcome. But if you're not about that, I'm going to have to let you go. So that's kind of the message of the song itself, like how I go through the concept of being a constellation. I guess I focus more on, like, leaving the past behind and starting fresh, to really get on that road, to be a figure in the sky that people use as a navigation tool to get to where they're going. So that's what the song is about in and of itself. So I think the next thing I want to do is talk to you about the lyrics. So I'm going to pause this for a second, and then we'll get to the lyrics. Alright? See you soon. Alright, so these are the lyrics for Constellations, and I think I mentioned it before, but I use Google Docs for all of my lyrics in writing, or that's where I save everything. So that's what we're looking at right now, and I'll walk you through the lyrics, and just to give you an idea of my writing process. So first thing you see is the beat. The beat actually came after I wrote. And for this song in particular, sometimes I find the beat first and then write. But for this, I went with the lyrics first. But I have the link here to the beat, so if I click on it, we'll go to the beat, and I'll show you that later. And then here you have number 1 and then a line. So this line right there, when you're down, look up to the sky for inspiration. Like that line is basically what I want the first verse to be about, like the main point of the first verse to be about this. So I actually wrote out sort of like an outline for my song before I wrote the song. So this was supposed to be the first verse. I have the hook, and then the second verse, you know, when you're up, be a star so people can follow you, right? So that's the second, like, kind of idea for the second verse. Now, funny thing though, like when I was writing it, some of this didn't come out, especially the second verse. Like this is where I wanted to go, but when I was writing it, it didn't lead that way, and I just wanted to go with what I was feeling at the time. So sometimes I make rules for myself and then I break them because I'm a rebel. All right, so the next thing is this 20. So this 20 is 20 seconds into the beat. So I just noted where I actually will start rapping, right? And that's just for me. So if I'm listening to the beat on like iTunes or something, I can know to skip to 20 and I could just start rapping to kind of rehearse it. And so I'm not gonna read the lyrics for you because I'd rather just rap them when it's ready. This is the hook. The hook is pretty long. I'm hoping to get someone to help me like sing on the hook, because I think it would be really cool if there was like a strong vocalist that'll help me with it. But we'll see how that turns out. Now some of the stuff you'll see, like I have some things highlighted and crossed out. Like I edit like relentlessly. I probably went through a couple different versions of each verse, and I also, so this is where the song ends right here. So the song ends at this line, but everything here is pretty much just all of my edits, so I could just keep track of all the rhymes that I didn't want to use. All the rhymes that I didn't want to use, and just go back to, maybe I'll use them somewhere else, or maybe I just won't use them at all, but I just keep a record of it all. Alright, so that's the lyrics. So let's go on to the track. Now I'm using this site. Oh, pause. So you probably just heard it. So I'm using a site called Audio Jungle. It's a pretty cool site. It has a lot of, like, this network has a lot of different things you can buy off of people, and one of the things you can buy off of people is beats and hook and beats and all types of stuff. So this is what I'm using now to kind of find beats, and they're not pretty cheap. So this is 17 bucks, but you can see it's for the regular license, which means that if I make the song off of it, I won't be able to sell it, right? But I do want to sell it, or potentially sell it, so I usually buy the extended license, which is $85, and so that would give me the right to sell it to you when it's done. So this is going to be the beat. Listen up, listen up, listen closely. Let me know what you think about it in the comments or whatever. I'm still working on it. I think this is going to be the beat. If you don't like it, tough, because I won't, unless like I don't like it, I won't change it. So just listen. I hope you like it. But if you don't, I'm sorry. Pretty dope, right? I hope you agree. I hope you're nodding your head right now. All right, well, that's the beat. That's the beat. So I think that's it. I'll play the beat more as an outro to this video, just so that you can hear it fully. But that was just a sample of the beat. So I think next, what I want to talk about is what's up next. So I'll be right back. That's the song, and that's rough. That's the song. It's rough, you know, right now, but it's gonna get better. And that's actually what I'm doing next. The next thing that I'll do is work on getting it, memorizing it, putting it to the beat, and just making sure that's all sharp, and then I'll record it. So the next time you see me, I'll have it sharp, and I'll be in the process of recording. Alright, so just to recap what we talked about today, you know, I showed you the lyrics, I showed you the beat, I gave you a little sample. Shit was hopefully not too weak, you know. And now you know what the song Constellation is about. So next time we'll go through the lyrics. Next time we'll go through the actual recording, and I'll be sharp as hell, maybe. We'll see. And that's it, man. I hope you guys appreciate, this behind the scenes look, and let me know what you think about this, concept of me letting you into my process. And if you want to see more, all right? So, peace.